Alright, good morning everybody. I am back with the Mary Lou's. I like how this has become part of the routine. This mug is still fucking hilarious. Like, I've had it for 2 days and every time I look at it, it makes me fucking laugh. It is so fucking funny. Oh my god. This is so stupid. Back with Mary Lou's, it's mocha mint. I'm kind of, I think it's like their version of peppermint mocha, but it's not peppermint, it's like normal mint. I don't know what that means. Anyways, bleh. Topic of today's video, visualization versus daydreaming. This is a good one, I think. I think this is interesting. This could be bullshit to like 90% of people that watch this, 90% of my 5 viewers. But basically, you kind of have, imagine like 2 categories. You have visualization, bleh, I can't even say it. Visualization, daydreaming. Visualization, I guess we could have meditation as like a third category too. So like meditation, you're sitting there, you're at peace, you're trying to stay present. Daydreaming, you're off, you're wandering, you're kind of like semi-attentive to whatever is going on, but not fully engrossed. And then like visualization is you're sitting there, your eyes are closed, but you're not meditating, you're trying to like visualize, obviously, as it's in the name, a certain scenario for success. Or I think like it's very much used in sports, and I kind of want to do more sports psychology videos because I find this interesting. So like, I don't know, it can also be used in art though. So like, let's say you're performing, okay? We'll do the art example because this is Belmont and people at Belmont don't like sports. But like, art example, you are about to perform and you're sitting there and you got probably 10 minutes before you go on. Honestly, I would probably do this like 30 minutes before. I was reading a book, off topic, but I'll quickly mention this. I was reading a book that said you should do this like 3 times before you perform, and they were talking about powerlifting. I have never showed up to any sporting event 3 hours early. Sorry, yeah, not only was it 3 times, it was like once every hour. Like, even in high school when we would have hockey games, we were there. I mean, granted, we had a shitty bus, but like we were there like 2 hours max before. And like you still have to load everything on. I don't know. I was just like, who should, like, I guess maybe if it's like powerlifting, I know for Naga, for jiu-jitsu, you do have to show up really early and you have to stay until you compete. So, I guess there is some way to that. But anyways, let's just say this is like, maybe not 10 minutes, that's too soon. 30 minutes before. 30 minutes before you go on stage. Sit there, close your eyes, you know, deep breaths in, like you would start meditation. So like, and then they usually say 8 times, but like 5 to 8, or at least until you'll notice it. So you'll do that, and your body will like fight you, especially if you're anxious. It'll be like, no, I don't want to relax. I don't want to relax. Blah, 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 blah. Like firing thoughts at you from every direction, and then all of a sudden, you like get over the hill, I guess. Like you'll feel it. All of a sudden, your body will come down. Especially if you're like caffeinated too. Like I meditate after I make these videos most of the time, and I will be like a cup of coffee deep, and I'll be like trying to take deep breaths. And my brain's like, no, not right now, but it's fine. You know, eventually you get over it. So like 5 to 8 times, you know, I would say hold for 2-3 seconds. And then once you're relaxed, you can go down to like a slower breathing pace than you normally would, but it doesn't have to be like, it can be more like, I don't know if any of it, I hope this is getting picked up on sound and it doesn't look like I'm just staring at the camera. But so you get into that and kind of get into like a quasi meditative state, and then just visualize what you want to happen. And it's not like, okay, I'm up there, I'm going crazy, I'm performing, everybody's loving the song. You like have to go like step by step. So it's like, okay, I walk up to where I'm about to go on stage, you know, I go in, you know, if you're the front man, I plug in my guitar, I set up my mic, like step by step as you would like a routine. every time you go up on stage. And by doing this, it makes the act of it much more, like, how do I say this? Routine. Like, you don't have to think as much once you get up there because you've already gone through all the thinking process. So, like, I know this is used a lot in weightlifting because there's a lot of technique and form stuff that goes into weightlifting. I know in fighting, I personally feel like in fighting it should be used more. I have not found any like papers really that like say it's used a lot, but like I hope it is because, you know, especially boxing, fighting can kind of seem like improvisation a lot, but there is a lot of routine into what you're taught. Um, you know, so like I say we, I don't have that much experience, very little experience, but the experience I do have, when you're taught, they teach you a certain move set or skill set every class. So like, good example, last Muay Thai class I did, it was like, you know, you start with, okay, teep, which is like the leg block, you know, step forward, jab, cross, okay. And then like you'll build off of that. And then like the intro to MMA class, they'll teach you like a way where you start up top and then you get them to the ground. And it's not just like a direct takedown. It'll be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, you know, swoop in, grab the leg. So there is a lot of routine that goes into it. And I think if you can take time to like visualize that and just go through and be like, okay, I'm gonna start, you know, I'm gonna take my socks off, you know, get ready, walk down, walk up to the cage, walk in, pace back and forth, like literally like step by step, you know, tap gloves, look at him, you know, wait for him, you know, to throw the first punch. So maybe you go like that and then you can parry. You're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna throw the first punch, so I'm gonna go in and go like that. If he parries back, then I know what to do. Like it's very effective. I've tried to use it for test taking. It does not work as well, at least for like a lecture based test, but for standardized testing, I used to do this for standardized testing without even knowing what it was, just because I had played sports my whole life, and so I would like sit before the test and they would give us like these little like, I don't know, if you took standardized tests in the US, you probably know what this is. It was like a little packaged muffin that they would give you and like a little cup of orange juice. I would like sit there and I'd be like, okay, they're gonna give me the test. I'm gonna fill out all the Scantron stuff. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna fill out all that. I'm gonna write the written part and then I'm gonna finish. It's gonna be great. But, you know, I don't know how much of a difference it made. I got an 1100 something on my SAT, which is not very good. Kind of hoping I never have to take another standardized test. Might have to take the GRE, hopefully not. Probably won't be applying anywhere where they accept GREs, but you know, that's just kind of how it is. So yeah, this is very good to remember because a lot of people think daydreaming is visualizing and it's not. You're just kind of distracting yourself from whatever is happening in the present. That's closer, much closer to anxiety. This is kind of like this fine line between like meditation and like training, which is crazy because you're like, what? That's a thing. Yeah, it is. So, you know, next time you have something big coming up, whether it be a performance, a test, you know, sporting event, try this out. Let me know how it works. Do your best. Good luck. Mary Lou's of Massachusetts. I don't know if there's another Mary Lou's coffee. Can I get like, there it is. Okay, I don't want to spill this on myself. It's so hot. Sponsor me. La Colombe is just not getting back to me. Yerba, I made it's like the 3rd round of the Yerba application, and then they were just like, go fuck yourself. So I don't have that either. So, Mary Lou's, you are my only hope. All right, adios.